Now we're going to have a few students share aloud about their Earth Day reflection.
It's Earth Week in Lucy Shu's second grade classroom at Cadwallader Elementary in San Jose. And honestly, the students here could not have a more perfect teacher for it. Because when it comes to the Earth, there are few who have experienced as much of it as Lucy.
I mean, there's not many people who visit every country in the world, obviously.
You see, it was a year ago last May when Lucy entered Syria and entered an exclusive club, the one made up of those who have been to every single country in the world. It's 193 if you are counting, and Lucy certainly was.
193 is the total that is recognized by most travel clubs because that represents the number of UN members who do vote in the UN.
Now, while Lucy's interest in the world began when she was little,
Love looking at maps and globes.
The traveling didn't. As the daughter of Vietnamese immigrants, the money just wasn't there for it.
They were in a new country. They never had formal education, being from Vietnam, like little village kids. They were starting really from zero.
So it wasn't until her early 20s, when Lucy got her first real job, that she took her first big trip to London. Then, once her teaching career took off, well, so did Lucy, making the most of having her summers off.
So every year I would plan a big trip. And so then my next trip was Australia, New Zealand. Then the next summer it was like a different part of Europe. Then it was Central America. And by the time I had taught for like 6-7 years, I think I was already like 50 countries. Anything from like a very hard to reach place like North Korea is special.
As she continued, though, it wasn't just the number of countries that changed, it's how she saw them. Instead of being just a tourist, Lucy began volunteering all over the world, staying with locals and having more meaningful travel experiences.
Dad, what are you grateful for?
And it's just those experiences that Lucy brings back and shares with her students.
Like when I asked the students what were they grateful for, you heard answers like, I'm grateful for diversity, my freedom, I'm grateful for my education, opportunities. Those answers, I would say, are directly correlated to discussions I've had with them. So these are collections of my magnets.
But it's not just in her classroom that Lucy now shares her stories. She's being invited to speak at more and more travel conventions, sharing what her journeys have taught her about the world and about herself.
I feel a lot of confidence in knowing that I can be anywhere and have peace. I can be anywhere and find work and be useful and have a purpose.